What's up? Welcome back. You ever look at your phone? Look at the endless scrolling, the thoughts, the algorithm, and just feel like something's missing? Like this whole digital world we live in is just a cheap, glitchy copy of something way bigger? Well, I've been looking into some shit lately, and honestly, the math isn't mathing. I want to throw a few things at you and want to tell me if I'm losing my mind or not, because mainstream history is real quiet about this. First off, Egypt. Everyone talks about the pyramids, right? But have you guys ever looked into the Serapeum? Serapeum is this underground tunnel system with massive 100-ton solid black stone boxes. Historians claim they were coffins for sacred bulls, but when they open them, completely empty. The inside corners are carved at perfect 90-degree angles, and the stone is polished so flat that it's measured with microns. If we're a primitive civilization with copper chisels, are you spending months making the inside of an empty box mathematically airtight just to bury a bull? Or does that look exactly like a heavy duty shielded server rack built to protect something valuable underground? What do you guys think? And because it's not just Egypt, go across the world to Peru. Sacsayhuaman, massive 120-ton blocks, fitted together like a 3D jigsaw puzzle, no cement or mortar, and they survive massive earthquakes like it's nothing. Or we go to India to the Barbar Caves, cut straight into solid granite, with inside walls polished to like a glass mirror that creates this insane hyper-extended acoustic echo. Why was the ancient world obsessed with geometric precision and sound resonance? Why did they build a global pattern of stone hardware if they weren't trying to run a network? And speaking of sound, have you guys ever heard of the story of Dr. Goro? Back in 1939, this Swedish doctor went to Tibet and claimed he watched monks move massive stone blocks using nothing but 13 big drums and 6 long trumpets. They set them up at a perfect curve, exactly 63 meters away from the stone, and started chanting. He said when the noise hit a certain volume, the stones just lifted up and floated onto a cliff face. Now, obviously, his employers confiscated the film reels and classified them, so we can't see it. But it makes you think, doesn't it? If sound and geometry can literally drop the dense of matter to zero, what happens if we remember how to use our voice like that? What are they trying to keep us from activating? Which brings me to the weirdest question of all. Why did the old world elites build all these massive cathedrals and palaces with giant golden spires right on top of ancient catacombs packed with millions of humans' bones? Think about the biology here. The bones are made of crystals that are piezoelectric. That means when you hit them with a massive vibrating sound wave like a huge pipe organ blasting a low note, the bone physically generates an electrical charge. So if you have massive stones, resonant chamber, a giant pipe organ blasting heavy frequencies, and a basement full of millions of crystallized human remains, is that a church? Or is that an organic bioelectric battery? Where are they syncing up the brainwaves of everyone in the room to plug them back into the human network? Drop a comment if you ever felt that weird, heavy energy in an old building, because I know I'm not the only one. They try to jam the signal today. They run subway lines through the old crypts. They stack 5G towers on every corner, and they feed us brain melting algorithms to keep our frequencies discordant and messy. But tell me this, why is it that when you go to an underground metal show and the guitars drop into that heavy low tuning, everything changes? When the circle pit opens up into a perfect connectic vortex and the wall of death slams together and the vocalist hits that guttural frequency that matches the granite caves, why does it feel so electric? Do you think we're just letting off steam in a sweaty basement? Or is it your skeleton literally catching the charge? Are our cells instinctively rebuilding the ancient mainframe when the music gets heavy enough? I don't know, man. Look into that measurement yourself. Let me know what you think in the comments. Are we just looking at old rocks? Or is the system waking back up? Fix your frequency. I'll see you in the feed. Till next time, guys, I'll smell you the fuck later. Peace.